So yesterday we got some news about the Packers and their coaching staff. Hear from Rob Demovsky, who says this: Packers have their new strength and conditioning coordinator, as Matt Schneidman first reported. Aaron Hill comes from the 49ers, where he was assistant strength and conditioning coach for the last 5 seasons. Matt LaFleur now has all the key pieces to his revamped staff in place. So a little after this season, the Packers and Matt LaFleur decided to part ways with the strength and conditioning coach, Chris Gizzi, who had been with the Packers since 2014, was an assistant strength and conditioning coach in the first few years, then became the head strength and conditioning coach. I think it was 2019 with LaFleur. And so clearly they didn't like something that was going on there. Who knows exactly what it is? I'm not some kind of guru into strength and conditioning coaches, but clearly a change needed to be made. That's what the Packers management, Matt LaFleur, at least thought. And so now we have Aaron Hill, who has spent the last 4 years as the 49ers assistant strength and conditioning coach. And here's some quotes on Aaron Hill from Bill Huber of Sports Illustrated. He shared this in one of his articles. "I'm a positive guy," Hill said in 2013. "I bring a lot of energy. I think that's one thing that's critical and important, especially during the season." Said then Gophers strength and conditioning coach Eric Klein in the same story. "He's a natural leader. It's never forced. It just comes out of him naturally, and it's really awesome to watch. I think he's got a good command of his own presence, and I think guys feed off of that." And then in the same article from Bill Huber, he shared a quote from Brian Gutekunst. I believe it was in early February, and Gutekunst's thoughts on former strength and conditioning coach in Green Bay, Chris Gizzi. He said this: "I do want to say Chris Gizzi's an outstanding strength coach and couldn't have more respect for him," General Manager Brian Gutekunst said on February 1st. "I think sometimes there needs to be a different voice. Certainly that's a big part of our process. Those guys have a lot of impact on our players, and certainly our players buying into what we're doing here is very, very important as well." And the Packers, every NFL team constantly has different kinds of injuries. Guys like Aaron Jones, Christian Watson. There are lots of guys this season who had some, soft tissue injuries. I honestly don't know how it compares to the rest of the NFL because, of course, when these guys are playing football, you're going to have pulled hamstring, pulled groins, lots of things like that. And so I honestly don't know how the Packers' injuries, the amount of injuries, ranks among the rest of the NFL. But clearly, the Packers thought it was best to move on. Don't know what they didn't like about what was going on with Gizzi. But now they have their new guy here in Aaron Hill from the 49ers. If you guys would like to stay up to date with all Packers news, feel free to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time.